Hello students, today we will continue with our 10th lecture of Kings, Farmers and Towns. In this lecture, we will see the trade in the subcontinent and beyond. As the kings were flourishing and the new trade were flourishing around with the outer nations also in India, that is the time in the 6th century. The 6th century land and the rivers routes were crisscrossed. Therefore, new routes were developing and the new routes for the trade were also developing along the Arabian Sea and the East and North Africa and West Asian. The trade in the subcontinent beyond crisscrossed over the Central Asia and extending the Arabian Sea and North Africa towards the Bay of Bengal to Southeast Asia. So this was the particular route for the trading of different things. And what were the who were the traders? These traders were mainly by they left from the caravans, a group of people that on the foot, the caravans, the seafarers means on the sea route, the carts, the merchants. Now the merchants, maybe the question may be asked, the merchants were called with a different name in Tamil, Masattuvam. Masattuvam, the name of the traders were Masattuvam in Tamil and Sethis and Satvahas in Prakrit language. These were the two terminology used in Tamil and Prakrit language for the traders. The traders who traded in what type of things or the goods such as the grain, different types of grain, clothes, salt, which was heavily demand in the European nations. So these were the main trading things, that clothes, salt, spices. In the spices you have to consider the pepper, the most important thing which was traded and what was in the demand in the European nation was pepper. If you write it, the question, the answer will be given to, the answer marks will be given to you. In the textiles, the medicine across the Arabian Sea to the Mediterranean Sea. So this was the land route or the trade in the subcontinent and beyond. Now in the 6.4 we talk about, or we will include, the coins and the kings. What were the coins? Which were the coins used at that time? The coins which were exchanged and facilitated by the kings were the punch marked. Yes, underline the word, that the punch marked coins. Which were the punch marked coins at the time? Starting were made up of silver and the copper. In the 6th century onwards, these punch marked sign was included. And how can we know about that? Because of the numismatics. Who are the numismatics? The numismatics are the persons who study about the coins. Numismatics study of coins, from which country it is, from which images or the scriptures, which king has marked them, so that these persons are called as the numismatics. Next, attempts were made identify the symbols from which empire the coins are there. The Mauryans suggested at the same time the first coins to bear the names and images rulers were issued by Indo-Greeks. The one mark question may raise, the first time the issued questions were of the Indo-Greeks established control over the northwestern part of the subcontinent in the 2nd century. The first gold coins. Now the question is first gold coins. The first gold coins were in the Kushanas. At the time of Kushana's empire, the first gold coins were imposed by, and those were issued by the contemporary emperors and the Parthian rulers of Iran, and have been found from several sites in the North India and Central Asia. The trades were particularly from the Iran, or we can say Southeast Asian nations, and this was a network of the trade that confined with the political boundaries South India and was not a part of Roman Empire. Here the coins, you can see the pictures of punch marked coins. The question may be asked by depicting, how you will depict the picture and describe the picture. These are the punch marked coins. Symbols were punched on the stand on the metal surface, and here this is the Yodiha coin. Yodiha coin are the different features of Yodiha coins. The spectacular gold coins were issued in Gupta Empire. The earliest issued remarkable of the purity. purity means. But what happened since the ages control, maybe the depression time of that, the 6th century onwards, we can see that gold coins taper off, means धीरे धीरे ख़त्म होते गए, फिनिश होते गए, और उनकी जगह दूसरे मेटल्स ने लेना स्टार्ट कर दी गई थी. So these were the other argue that new towns where network of trade now started emerging. तो many issues are there. हम किसी एक बात को perfect नहीं मान सकते. क्यों? क्योंकि ये जो डिफरेंट आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट थे उन्होंने अपने अनुसार इनको गाइडलाइंस दी है, और उन्होंने बताया है कैसे कैसे ये कॉइन्स के अंदर डिफरेंसेस आना शुरू हो गया, क्योंकि कई डायनेस्टीज कोलैप्स हो गई थी, मे बी उस टाइम इकोनॉमिक क्राइसिस डेवलप हो गए थे. तो एट द सेम टाइम मैनी वेर द होर्डर्स हु होर्डेड द डिफरेंट कॉइन्स और द गोल्ड और द मेटल्स. सो यू कैन सी हियर दीज आर द गुप्ता कॉइन्स. So the variety of coins and the trade route we have read about. Now in the next lecture we will talk about back to basics, how archaeological inscriptions were deciphered.